I can't believe you guys even clicked on this video, man. But, it's not going to be Tua. So, enjoy the video. What's going on, guys? It's DolphinDay back with another podcast video. Today, I got Donji, the host of FinzonePodcast. What's going on, man?
Hey, what's up, man?
What's going on? So, Dolphin fans, I'm going to say something that might make you uncomfortable right away. The Dolphins already have a plan for the quarterback position, and it might not be the one you think. Because right now, the fan base is arguing about one thing. Keep Tua or move on from him. But what if I told you those aren't the only two options? Today, me and Finzone are going to break down the 3 real quarterback plans the Dolphins could actually be setting up for 2026. Not opinions, not emotions, real front office type moves that smart teams make. And one of these scenarios, a lot of Dolphin fans are not ready to hear. This is DolphinDay X Finzone. Let's talk about it. All right, man. So, Donji, option number 1. What are your takes?
First thing I think they're going to need no matter what is a veteran presence. That's what I think they need. And I don't think that option is Tua. I think Tua will be cut come June 1st, and they'll seek another veteran presence at that time.
Absolutely. Yeah, I think veteran presence, I think that's the right way to go in my eyes. There's some good quarterbacks out there. I mean, we already got 2 Green Bay Packers in the building. Actually, I think 4 now as our coaching staff. So I believe Malik Willis is probably the top veteran to land in Miami. But we'll see. I mean, there's a lot of off season left to go, So do you have any other notable veterans that you think the Dolphins could go after?
I don't know if they will, but I think a guy like Jameis Winston is a guy you might want to consider targeting just for his locker room presence alone. I mean, I understand Halfley and Sully were talking about they want guys to come in so they can help build the culture up together, homegrown guys, and I get that. And Jameis has been around a few clubs, but I think he brings something to the locker room that every organization needs. You know what I'm saying?
I agree. I think Winston, man, could you imagine those pregame speeches? I mean, that would be awesome. Is that what we need, though? I don't know. But we're going to jump into option.
I think we do, just for the simple fact is we need someone with a sensibility that has been in the league for a while now. You know what I mean? Like he's been through how many franchises he's been on? He's been on a bunch of clubs, right?
If I couldn't even tell you the number.
And here's the thing, like a lot of those clubs weren't very good teams. If you can weather the storm on a bad team, you can definitely weather the storm on a team that's rebuilding.
Absolutely. I agree. I can see him being more of a talk show host next year, but we'll see.
Hey, that's possible too.
But we could bring in someone like look at Sam Darnold. Rebirthed his whole career. The guy's in the Super Bowl. I mean, yeah, unbelievable.
Yeah, now I don't think we'll get that out of Jameis, but I do see what you're saying.
Like a Malik Willis. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah,
Some
honestly,
hasn't had too many opportunities.
Yeah, that's what I'm about to say. Honestly, I think he got a raw deal in Tennessee. Like, he was never really given the opportunity. When he was a quarterback there, the whole ball club sucked. Let's be honest. And as soon as they drafted the other guy, Mayo Boy, they just got rid of him.
All right, we're going to jump into option number 2. Option number 2, in my eyes, would be draft a quarterback. How do you feel about that, man?
It all depends on who they're able to draft.
Yeah.
Again, quarterback is your top priority. Is there going to be a first round quarterback worthy there on pick 11? I don't.
Well, I don't know if we would target the first round. In my eyes, John Eric Sullivan. I mean, he's famous for being the one, quote unquote, that found Jordan Love, right? Found the diamond, and I don't know. I would love the Dolphins to go after Trinidad Chambliss. I think he proved himself really well from coming from Division II national champion, then going to Ole Miss and being a top 3 quarterback in the nation
He
and almost
did.
bringing Ole Miss to the national championship.
He did. Here and that might not be a bad choice, but here's what I'll say about that though. How many franchise quarterbacks are there actually in the league that weren't first rounders though?
No, it's true. Absolutely. Tom Brady, I believe, was a 7th rounder, correct?
So I think he might have been 6th. I think he might have been 6th rounder, but
6th round.
like it doesn't happen very often.
Yeah.
Like most of the guys that are leading franchises are first round picks. You know what I mean?
That's true. I mean, yeah, I guess you're right. Sam Darnold still was.
Yeah, he was still a first round pick. So I'm thinking like maybe this year you just try and find that stopgap. We got Quinn Ewers on the roster. He's not a bad option for a stopgap. You bring in a veteran guy, you know what I'm saying? If you get a Malik in, then you go a different direction. I get that as well. But if you got Quinn and let's say, like I said before, Jameis Winston, you find maybe someone else, that's a cool stopgap for next year when the draft class is a lot better as far as quarterbacks are concerned.
Yeah.
You might find your guy there.
Next year's draft class is pretty amazing.
Yeah.
You're talking about the Arch Mannings of the world, Sam Levitt's,
Yeah.
Darian Mensah's. I mean, great quarterbacks in next year's draft class. And, you know, I think our new GM's smart enough to know, hey, like, if we're going to go after a quarterback, next year's going to be the year we do it, right?
Yeah,
So,
that's what I hope. That's what I hope. Like, I don't even think they necessarily need to draft a quarterback this year. You know what I mean? I'm thinking when they do get that pick 11, just take the best player available, whoever it is. Take them.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then with your later picks, you build the way you want to build. But right now, just take the best talent in the first round. That's it. Best talent available.
I agree with that. Well, that kind of rolls us over into our final option, number 3. And that would be ride with Quinn Ewers and give him a full season under his belt as we're working through this process of, you know, trying to figure out what we're going to do as a franchise with our new GM and our new head coach and our
new coordinators,
salary cap, and, you know, the Tua situation and just everything, man. Everything's like a reboot right now, right?
Yeah.
And so option 3, keep Quinn Ewers, I'm not opposed to. You know what I mean? And just like you said, next year's draft class is way better in quarterback wise than this year's. But I do think there needs to be competition, man.
Absolutely. Absolutely. There needs to be competition. As far as Quinn Ewers goes, yeah, I'm fine with him too. I think that primarily depends on what kind of offense the OC is trying to run. Whatever his style of offense is, does Quinn Ewers fit in it or does he not? I don't know. You know what I mean? That's the only issue. A lot of times these organizations, what they do is they get an offensive coordinator or they hire an offensive coordinator, head coach, you know what I'm saying? And he's got his planned offense in mind, and then they just go ahead and draft the guy. Does that guy fit in your offense?
Well,
you know what I'm saying? That's the thing. They have to fit.
Yeah. But so, I mean, Bobby Slowick, right, is our new OC. Gets promoted from, I believe he was a quarterback coach, right? If I'm not mistaken, for the Dolphins for the past.
He did something on the offensive side. I'm not sure if it was a quarterback coach or
something along those lines.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure he worked with quarterbacks. I know he did because I remember seeing that in a report.
I mean, he started on defense too, didn't he?
Yeah,
if I'm not mistaken.
I think he did.
Yeah,
he did.
Okay.
But if we're gonna use that aspect, right, and we're going through all these options right now, if we promoted Bobby Slowick to be the offensive coordinator of this team, I feel like we did that for a reason. I feel like we did that because he's already in house with Quinn. I don't know.
I got you. And Dolphin, Dylan, what you're saying makes sense. Just like the firing of Mike McDaniels, the time they did it, made sense. It looked like they were going to go in a different direction. They didn't. That's what I'm saying with these Dolphins. Like, what seems to make sense is not necessarily what they do. You know what I mean?
Winning a playoff game doesn't make sense, apparently.
It doesn't make sense. Like Okay, so when they fired McDaniels right around the same time that Harbaugh got fired, we figured that's why they fired McDaniels. Like, you couldn't tell me that was not the reason why they fired McDaniels.
No, absolutely. That's what every Dolphin fan.
That wasn't the reason. That wasn't the reason at all.
I know. You know what I mean? It doesn't make sense.
So to say, they hired this offensive coordinator because he knows Quinn Ewers, and that makes a lot of sense. It does, but that doesn't mean that's what they're doing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I agree. I think I also believe, I think you showed me this the other day. I believe Hafley and Slowick have a relationship in the past of coaching wise. Right.
Yes, that's what I was saying. But that was on the defensive side, though. Yeah. So, yeah, they coached together before, but that was defense. It wasn't on an offense. So it seems like basically they was like, oh, yeah, we know you. You want a job? Like, I don't know. I don't know if that's what they did or not, but I mean, it just seems like there's a lot of friendship going on around this thing. You know what I mean? Telling you, man, it looks like a bunch of frat boys hiring each other.
Yeah. Yeah. So that kind of brings me to a question I'm going to ask you. And this might be the last couple questions of the show, to be honest.
Okay.
Short show today. I just wanted to get something out there. What option would your favorite be?
Honestly, I think my oh man, it's tough because here's the thing. I'm definitely not opposed to letting Ewers get the go around. If you bring in a nice veteran, someone that can still mentor him and someone that can bring some accountability to the locker room, I'm not opposed to that at all. But I'm also not opposed to Malik Willis. Like, I am not opposed to having him and Achane in the backfield. I mean, that sounds pretty doggone good.
it looks good too.
Again.
Yeah.
It all depends on the type of offensive scheme that this new OC is planning on running. Because if his offensive scheme doesn't have any quarterback runs or you know what I'm saying, lead options like that, then it's like, what's the point of bringing in Malik? Like, if you're not going to run him, we don't need him.
Agreed.
You know what I mean?
Agreed.
And then it's like, if you do want to have all these quarterback runs in your operation, then does that really work for Ewers? You know what I mean?
So I'm kind of stuck in between the three. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think these are the three best options. Obviously, I think honestly our three only options. I mean, we could add option number 4 and go with Tua again, but we're not going to talk about that. But no, I agree. I think Malik Willis is probably the best option for us going forward this year, because that brings a veteran presence inside the locker room. And that also brings, some competition for Quinn Ewers. Even if we're going to go with the quarterback draft route next year, right? Maybe we don't do it this year. Maybe we do it next year, but we bring in Malik Willis to build the structure in the offense and build everything in the standard around it, right? So I think, Malik Willis is the best option to me. I think it's the best fit, to be honest. And I wouldn't mind seeing Malik Willis next year. If we want to win next year, you know.
Yeah, and that's it right there. You hit the nail on the head. If you want to win, you go with Malik.
Yes.
If you know this year's going to be a wash, you see what Ewers can do for you.
Absolutely. Well, I really appreciate you having on, man. I know it was a short episode, but we got a lot more coming here at Dolphin Day. I really appreciate it, Donji. Thank you so much for being on the show, man.
Hey, thanks for having me, bro. Anytime.
Make sure you like the video. I'm joking. We're not doing all that. But make sure you like the video and subscribe. And to be honest, if you didn't like it, then, I don't know what to tell you. Maybe hit the dislike button. No, I'm just joking. Hit the like button, please. No, I'm serious, please.